Hey everybody, it's time to rise and shine. My weekly chat with you over the last several weeks, getting you ready for the football week that's about to unfold. Usually happens in my home office, but had to be at the NFL Network office early today for Super Wild Card Weekend that's going to wind up eventually at the home of Super Bowl 56. Yeah, that's SoFi Stadium. Look at that, baby. It's a great day. It's the beginning of Super Wild Card Weekend, and here's the way to break it all down, brought to you by my friends at Courtyard by Marriott. Let's start with the big game in Cincinnati. Cincinnati Bengals have not won a playoff game since 1991. The Vegas Raiders have not won a playoff game since the 2002 AFC Championship game when they were the Oakland Raiders way back in that day. Somebody's clearly got to win this game. And guess what? The last time these two faced each other in the playoffs was in the 1990 divisional round when Bo Jackson played his final game with the Raiders. It's Joe Burrow's first career playoff start, as we all know. It's also Derek Carr's first career playoff start. Yeah, the year in which he was an MVP candidate when the Raiders last made the playoffs, he got hurt and he couldn't start that game for the Raiders in which they were one and done. Can't wait to see Jamar Chase in this one. Can't wait to see what the Raiders have done with this opportunity that they earned with a big-time finish in December and January, including that exhilarating field goal to not tie the final game of the season, sending the Chargers back home here to Los Angeles. And then, of course, the Raiders onto the playoffs to take on the Bengals. The winner of this game, presumably, that's an important word, is going to go and face the Tennessee Titans, who are the 1 seed in the playoffs. Let's move on to the night game. The Patriots, yes, taking on the Buffalo Bills. These two teams, as we all know each other, don't like each other, have played each other twice this season already, being, divisional opponents. The Bills lost the first one because there was incredibly inclement weather in Buffalo, in western New York, that the Patriots took advantage of. The second game in New England, the Patriots got spanked in that one. The Bills were able to throw it around. What's going to happen tonight when it's going to be right around 0 degrees at kickoff? Can't wait for that one. The only other playoff matchup between these two teams, I've got it written down right here, was in the 1963 AFL divisional round when the Boston Patriots, behind Babe Parilli at quarterback, won that game 26-8. Yeah, this is going to be a huge one, and the winner of this game presumably goes on to Kansas City, unless it's the Patriots. Let's put a pin in all of that one. Then comes Sunday's game. You got the Philadelphia Eagles as the 7th seed behind a running attack that has been just terrific ever since they started focusing on it in the middle of October. Jalen Hurts, a first-time quarterback in the NFL playoffs. It's his first full season as an NFL starting quarterback. This team has got an opportunistic defense. Here's the catch for the Philadelphia Eagles to kick off Super Wild Card Sunday. They're taking on the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, who is trying to get to this building to try and repeat and be the first quarterback to repeat as Super Bowl champion since he did it when NFL Network was not in this building. We were in our old building. Yep, the first 2 Super Bowls we ever covered was Tom Brady beating the Carolina Panthers in Houston and then beating the Philadelphia Eagles the next year in Jacksonville. That's the last time anybody went back-to-back in the playoffs, when the Eagles and Buccaneers have faced each other 4 times in the playoffs. Each team has 2 wins, so Sunday is the rubber match in that showdown. Last time they faced each other in the playoffs, the 2002 NFC Championship game. It was the time the Bucs, Warren Sapp and John Gruden and Lynch and Brooks and so on and so forth, shut down the Vet. It was the last game in the history of Veterans Stadium, the last time the Eagles and the Bucs faced each other in the playoffs. Now, on to the afternoon game, the middle game of Super Wildcard Sunday's triple header between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, as we all know, have got a Super Bowl aspiring team. They want to get to this building. They want to be here for Super Bowl 56. So does the team that was in this building just last week. With an overtime win over the Rams, the San Francisco 49ers with a terrific second half, with a fourth quarter comeback driven by Jimmy Garoppolo in SoFi Stadium last week, needing 88 yards with just 87 seconds to go and no timeouts left. He did it in 61 seconds, it being the game-tying touchdown. And then in overtime, the 49ers win. If they had lost that game, they would be out. The Rams would be in this building as the 2 seed this weekend as opposed to the 4. The Saints would be in this building taking on the Rams as opposed to the Cardinals on Monday night. Put a pin in that game for the moment. Instead, the 49ers come in with momentum, and they come in with a lot of people thinking that they're going to win the Sunday afternoon tilt of Super Wild Card Sunday weekend against the Dallas Cowboys, who got Micah Parsons in his first career playoff game, and Trevon Diggs in his first career playoff game, and Dak Prescott trying to get back to the divisional round. Last time he was in that round, he lost here in Los Angeles to the Rams, who are not in this building in the LA Coliseum, where, by the way, on this date in 1967, Super Bowl I was played, although it was called the AFL-NFL Championship game. So there's a historic day here in Los Angeles. And then, of course, we've got a big-time game in Los Angeles on Monday night that we'll get to after I talk about the Sunday night finale between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, these two teams have faced each other in the playoffs 2 times before. Last time they saw each other was 2016 when Big Ben and the Steelers went in and won with just field goals, 18-16. I don't think that's going to work on Sunday night because the quarterback in 2016 was not named Patrick Mahomes. This year in 2022, the 2021 season, it will be. Is this going to be the final game of Big Ben's career? What an amazing game that the Steelers played in Baltimore last week, needing to win in overtime and then wait all day to see if the other team, with all due respect, the Chargers of this building, could win in Las Vegas and just give a result that, the Steelers needed to not have a tie. And it was almost a tie, and the Steelers were almost not in, but now they are in, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And the last playoff win for the Chiefs, as we all know, was the championship game for the AFC to try and get to the Super Bowl last year, which they did make. We can see if they can make the Super Bowl 3 years in a row. That's kind of, Buffalo Bills back in the day type stuff. That's going to be a huge Sunday night game. Will Patrick Mahomes end the Steelers' run and Big Ben's playoff career? And then there's the Monday night finale right here. This is the Rams' house. Whose house? Rams' house. And the person coming in is Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, and J.J. Watt expected to be back for that game. I can't wait. The Rams went ahead and made the biggest move of the offseason last year, the first biggest move of the offseason last year, making sure that Matthew Stafford's the quarterback in this building. Matthew Stafford got the Rams to this building as the NFC West champion. However, he did not win in this building last week. Is that a harbinger, as my English teacher used to say? Yes, we're right near LAX. Is this going to be a game where the Rams are one and done by an Arizona Cardinals team that knows them very well? They split their first 2 appearances this year. The Arizona Cardinals win this game. Do they move on to Green Bay? Could there be an upset like San Francisco beating Dallas? If San Francisco beats Dallas, they move on to Green Bay. We did not see a 7 seed, and the first time there was a 7 seed last year win a playoff game. Can a 5 seed potentially, like the Cardinals or the Raiders, host a divisional round game? That's something that may happen one day. Could this be the year where that happens? Because a 6 and a 7 seed both win as well? Or 1 6 seed wins and the 6 seed moves on and a 7 seed moves on? You never know what's going to happen in these playoffs that begin on this Super Wild Card weekend on a Saturday. Cannot wait. The Packers and the Titans can wait. They have the bye week. Who are they going to get? 5 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed? This is going to be fun. Happy NFL playoff season, everyone.